Children listen. Today our topic is exercise 8.4 first question. Find the magnitude of A cross B if A vector is equal to 2i cap plus j cap plus 3k cap and B vector is equal to 3i cap plus 5j cap minus 2k cap. Listen again. Find the magnitude of A cross B. Find the magnitude of A cross B if A vector and B vector are given. Okay. First, magnitude means, yes, modulus. We want to find a modulus value. Okay. Can you tell me what is step 1? Yes. First, let us complete A cross B. Step 1. Let us complete A cross B. Then, magnitude of A cross B means, which is a magnitude of A cross B is given by modulus A cross B. That's all. So, modulus A cross B equal to, yes, square root of sum of the squares of ijk coefficients. Okay. First, I want to complete, yes, A cross B. First, A cross B. Listen, A vector cross B vector is equal to. Okay. Here, A vector and B vector given. First, let us complete A cross B. Okay. Now, what is the working rule? Yes. If the cross product is defined between the two vectors, its result is given by, yes, determinant ijk. Very good. So, determinant ijk. Determinant ijk. Okay. Now, here first A vector. Therefore, second row A vector coefficients. That is ijk coefficients. That is 2, 1, 3. Listen. 2, 1, 3. Next. Second B vector. Therefore, B vector coefficients. Yes. Third row. So, B vector coefficients third row. That is 3, 5, minus 2. 3, 5, minus 2. Now, here after yourself, that is as usual expansion, we know that plus, minus, plus. Okay, now yourself. Plus into I cap, forget, its respective row and column, cross multiply, yes, minus 2, so this direction, minus 2. And in this direction, always one minus outer, okay. So, minus 2 and minus 15. Minus 2, minus 15, that's correct answer. Minus into j cap. So, minus j cap into cross multiply, yes, minus 4, minus 9, minus 4, minus 9, plus k cap into, forget, it's a respective row and column, cross multiply, yes, 10, minus 3, very good, 10 minus 3, complete the bracket, which is equal to I cap into, what is the bracket? Yes, minus 17, minus j cap into, what is the bracket answer? Very good, minus 13. Okay, shall we write minus 13? Bracket answer is minus 13. Plus k cap into, what is bracket answer? Yes, 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. Now simplify, which is equal to minus 17 into I. So, minus 17 I cap, minus into minus, plus, so 13 j cap, k yourself, very good, plus 7 k cap. The left hand side is A vector cross B vector. Okay. First complete A vector cross B vector. Then we want to find magnitude of A cross B. Magnitude of A cross B is given by, that is a modulus A cross B. That's all. So now step 2 is modulus A vector cross B vector is equal to square root of modulus A vector cross B vector equal to square root of sum of the squares of ijk. Okay, here I coefficient minus 17. Therefore, minus 17 the whole square. Okay, next step. J vector, j cap coefficient 13. So, plus of 13 the whole square. Okay, next step. Plus of here k cap coefficient 7. Therefore, 7 the whole square. Now simplification, which is equal to square root of. Okay, minus the whole square plus. Okay, 17 the whole square equal to, yes, 289. 289 plus 13 the whole square is equal to, yes, 169. 169 plus of 7 square equal to 49. Now simplification, which is equal to square root of here 9 plus 9, 18 and plus 18 plus 9 is equal to 27. So 27, 7, remainder 2. Remainder 2 means 6, 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 8, 20. So 0, remainder 2. So 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5. So 507. So square root of 507. So this step itself, which is the book answer. So the this answer is left as it is because of book answer. Okay. And one can say the simplification also correct, but because of book answer left as it is, which is modulus A vector cross B vector. And what is modulus A vector cross B vector means a magnitude of A vector cross B vector. Therefore, the magnitude of A vector cross B vector is square root of 507. Therefore, the magnitude of A cross B. The magnitude of A cross B is square root of 507. So, the first sum is completed. Children listen, exercise 8.2 second sum. So that A vector cross B vector plus C vector plus B vector cross C vector plus A vector plus C vector cross A vector plus B vector equal to 0 vector. So we want to prove the answer is 0 vector. Okay. Can you tell me how many terms are there? Very good. There are 3 terms. So that is, listen, up to plus 1 term. Okay. And plus 2 plus second term. Then plus after third term. There are 3 terms are there. Okay. Now let us prove LHS equal to RHS. So first you take LHS. Listen. So listen. LHS is equal to LHS. LHS is equal to, listen. And the question is of the form cyclic order. Listen. A to B, B to C. Starting with A to B, B to C. Here, now starting with B, then B to C, C to A. Then starting with the C, so C to A to B. Listen, it is of the form, so A vector, B vector, C vector, A to B, B to C, C to A, cyclic order. It is a technique, okay. And then, see, bracket outside cross product, the relation, and a bracket inside plus. Bracket outside cross and inside plus. Bracket outside cross and inside plus. And here, which law we are going to use? Anyone? Very good. Distributive law. Distributive law means A vector and a cross going to multiply inside the bracket, B vector and a cross product going to multiply inside the bracket, then C vector and a cross going to multiply inside the bracket. Then after simplification, we are going to get answer. Okay, first let us write LHS. LHS means write as it is. That is A vector cross B vector plus C vector, okay, plus of B vector cross C vector plus A vector plus of C vector cross A vector plus B vector. Okay. Now I want to use which property? Very good. Distributive property. Here listen, it is very simple. A vector and the cross product going to multiply inside the bracket. A vector and the cross product going to multiply inside. We get which is equal to A vector cross B vector. A vector cross B vector. Okay. Next. A vector cross C vector. Because plus into plus plus. So plus A vector cross C vector. Okay. Okay, but next similar idea. B vector and the cross product going to multiply inside the bracket. Okay, can you tell me yourself? Very good. B vector cross C vector. Okay, next step. Good. B vector cross A vector. B vector cross A vector. Okay. Similarly, C vector and the cross product going to multiply inside. We get C vector cross A vector. Good. C vector cross A vector. Okay, can you tell me next step? Yes, very good. C vector cross B vector. C vector cross B vector. Okay, complete the bracket. It is referred. Okay. Now, say, given question how many times? Yes, there are 3 times. Listen, first term, plus 2 plus second term, plus after third term. Okay. Now, after using distributive law, how many times count it? Yes, there are 6 terms are there. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 terms are there. Okay, what answer required? Yes, we need 0 vector. And we need 0 vector means all the terms should be cancelled. Okay, it is here. And for our convenience, first 3 terms fixed. Don't disturb. And the last 3 terms, see, the last 3 terms interchange the vectors in cross product, it gets a negative sign. We know that A cross B equal to minus B cross A. Likewise, B cross A equal to minus A cross B. C cross A is equal to minus A cross C. And C cross B is equal to minus B cross C. That's all. So there are 6 terms are there, in which first 3 terms fixed, and the last 3 terms. The last 3 terms interchange the vectors, we get negative sign. That's all. Because cross product is non-commutative. That is A cross B not equal to B cross A, but A cross B equal to minus B cross A. That is why. Okay, now start. Which is equal to? Yes, very good. So A vector cross B vector, first term fixed, plus of A vector cross C vector, second term fixed as it is, plus of B vector cross C vector, third term fixed. Now the last 3 terms I want to interchange like that. At once we get one negative sign. Okay, but start yourself. Minus of, very good. B cross A equal to minus A cross B. Okay, next. Good. C cross A is equal to minus A cross C. So minus A cross C. Next step. Good. C cross B is equal to minus B cross C. Minus B cross C. Complete the bracket. Now simplification yourself. Okay, start your answer. Good, very good. Plus A cross B minus A cross B. Using pencil, cancel it. Cancellations using pencil. Okay. Plus A cross B minus A cross B, cancel. Next step. Okay. Keep the finger in the first step. Completed. Keep the finger in second step. Yes. Plus A cross C. Where is A cross C? Find out. Yes. Plus A cross C minus A cross C, cancel in pencil. Plus B cross C minus B cross C, so cancel. Okay, all the 6 terms are cancelled. Then finally we are going to get 0 vector. And in it is a cross product. Listen, cross product means vector product. Vector product gives vector answer. Here all the 6 terms are cancelled, but a zero answer is wrong. 0 vector is correct because the vector product gives vector answer. Vector product or cross product gives vector answer. Vector product gives vector answer, and the vector product otherwise known as cross product. Okay, vector product gives vector answer. So the answer 0 is incorrect, 0 vector is correct. That is important. Okay, which is equal to 0 vector. Okay, what is 0 vector? Yes, 0 vector equal to RHS. So which is equal to RHS? RHS. Initially we taken LHS. Finally we proved E equal to RHS. Therefore LHS equal to RHS. LHS equal to RHS means what? Yes, question with answer. Now I want to write question with answer. That's all. Therefore, A vector cross B vector plus C vector plus of B vector cross, yes, B vector cross C vector plus A vector plus of C vector cross A vector plus B vector is equal to 0 vector. Hence proved. Exercise 8.4, third sum. Find the vectors of magnitude 10 root 3. Find the vectors of magnitude 10 root 3 that are perpendicular to the plane which contains first vector and the second vector. Okay. The vectors of magnitude 10 root 3 that are perpendicular to the plane. Which contains A vector and B vector. Let us take, let A vector equal to first one, B vector equal to second one. So it is idea. Okay, now can tell me, this question is of the form? Very good. The vectors of magnitude 10 root 3 which are perpendicular to both A vector and B vector. So this model already we completed. So this question is of the form, the vectors of magnitude 10 root 3 which are perpendicular to the both A vector and B vector is given by the formula. Yes, one can write it directly. The formula is plus or minus 10 root 3 into A vector cross B vector divided by modulus A vector cross B vector. Again, the vectors of magnitude 10 root 3 which are perpendicular to both A vector and B vector is given by the formula plus or minus 10 root 3 into n cap, which is equal to plus or minus 10 root 3 into where n cap equal to good a vector cross b vector divided by modulus a vector cross b vector. Okay. For this, the technique is we know that n cap formula. Here magnitude is given and want to use n cap formula. N cap means no modulus by total modulus. Already we know that n cap equal to plus or minus a cross b divided by modulus a cross b. Okay. Firstly, what is, can you tell me what is step 1? Yes, a cross b. First I want to find a cross b. Listen, step 1, a cross b. A vector cross b vector is equal to, see, if the cross product is defined between the two vectors, then its answer is given by determinant ijk. Okay, determinant ijk. Now, a vector first. So, second row, a vector coefficients, that is 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Next, b vector. B vector coefficients, third row, that is 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Now, as usual, plus, minus, plus, which is equal to I cap into cross multiply, yes, 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3, minus into j into, forget its respective row and column. Good, 4 minus 1, plus k cap into, yes, 3 minus 2. Now, which is equal to, yes, 8 minus 3, 5. 5 into I cap, that is 5 I cap. Okay, bracket answer, yes, 3. 4 minus 1, 3. 3 into minus j, so minus 3j. Next, 3 minus 2, 1. 1 into k cap, so plus k cap, whose left hand side is a vector cross b vector. Okay, a vector cross b vector is completed, which is step 1, a cross b. Step 2, yes, modulus a cross b. Okay, now listen, modulus a vector cross b vector, which is equal to square root of sum of the squares of ijk coefficients. Okay, I coefficient, yes, 5, so 5 the whole square, plus of, good, j coefficient minus 3 the whole square, plus of, yes, 1 the whole square, which is equal to square root of, next step, yes, 5 the whole square equal to 25, plus minus 9 the whole square is equal to 9, plus 1 the whole square equal to 1. Now count it, yes, root 35, your answer is correct. 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 25, 35. So, which is equal to square root of 35, whose left hand side is modulus a vector cross b vector. So, modulus a vector cross b vector is equal to square root of 35. Okay, step 1, a cross b. Step 2, modulus a cross b. Now, we want to write directly formula. Listen, the formula is the vectors of magnitude 10 root 3, which are perpendicular to both a vector and b vector, is given by the formula 10 root 3 into n cap equal to plus or minus 10 root 3 into a vector cross b vector divided by modulus a vector cross b vector. Okay? Now write first step 1. That is the vectors of magnitude 10 root 3. The vectors. The vectors of magnitude 10 root 3 the vectors of magnitude 10 root 3 which are perpendicular to both a vector and b vector, which are perpendicular to both a vector and b vector is given by the formula. Okay, is given by the formula, that is plus or minus 10 root 3 into n cap, plus or minus 10 root 3 into n cap. Okay, now which is equal to, that is which is equal to plus or minus 10 root 3 into bracket, okay, into bracket, here plus or minus 10 root 3 fixed. Okay, what is n cap? Good, n cap is equal to a vector cross b vector, a vector cross b vector divided by modulus a vector cross b vector. That's all. Okay. Now, which is equal to, yes, that is plus or minus 10 root 3 into, what is numerator A cross B? Yes, A cross B equal to 5 I cap minus 3 j cap plus k cap. So A cross B is equal to 5 I cap minus 3 j cap plus k cap divided by modulus A cross B is equal to square root of 35. Complete the bracket. That's all. So this answer is completed. The vectors of magnitude 10 root 3 which are perpendicular to both A vector and B vector is given by this answer. One can write this left hand side LHS as it is. That is the vectors of magnitude 10 root 3. Therefore, the vectors of magnitude 10 root 3 which are perpendicular to both A vector and B vector is given by the answer plus or minus 10 root 3 into, yes, 5 I cap minus 3 j cap plus k cap divided by square root of 35. So, which is, children listen, now exercise 8.4, fourth question. Find the unit vectors, important, okay? Find the unit vectors perpendicular to each of the vectors, A vector plus B vector and A vector minus B vector. Find the unit vectors perpendicular to each of the vectors, A vector plus B vector and A vector minus B vector. Listen, here, that is A vector plus B vector means sum of the two vectors. Sum of the two vectors is A vector, one vector. Okay. Now we want to consider A vector plus B vector consider as one vector. Next. And here A vector minus B vector consider as one vector. So we know that the formula is the unit vectors perpendicular to both A vector and B vector. For example, first one fully considered as A vector, second one fully considered as B vector. The perpendicular unit vectors, okay, the unit vectors perpendicular to both A vector and B vector is given by the formula plus or minus n cap equal to plus or minus A vector cross B vector divided by modulus A vector cross B vector. Let us consider A plus B fully A vector, A minus B fully as considered as B vector. We know that the unit vectors perpendicular to both A vector and B vector is given by the formula plus or minus n cap equal to plus or minus A vector cross B vector divided by modulus A vector cross B vector. Okay, which is the formula. But here the terms are changed. Now our new idea is the perpendicular, that is the unit vectors perpendicular to both A vector plus B vector and A vector minus B vector is given by plus or minus n cap. Okay, plus or minus n cap equal to plus or minus A vector plus B vector cross A vector minus B vector divided by that is modulus A vector plus B vector cross A vector minus B vector. So it is our aim. Okay, now listen, it is very simple. Step 1. What is step 1? Yes, A plus B. Step 2, A minus B. Next step 3, yes, cross product of these two. Step 3. Okay, step 4, modulus of these two. Then write formula, we get answer. Okay, now listen. Step 1, I want to find A vector plus B vector. Now, A vector is equal to, can you tell me what is A vector? Yes, A vector equal to 1, 1, 1. That is I cap plus j cap plus k cap. Next, B vector. B vector is equal to I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. Okay, that is addition. We want to add. While adding, A vector plus B vector is equal to, while addition, yes, adding I cap and I cap is equal to 2 I cap. Okay, j to j. very good, 3j cap, k and k, yes, plus 4k cap. Okay, addition is completed. Okay, next I want to find a vector minus b vector. Okay, one can write here. A vector minus b vector is equal to a vector minus b vector means write first a vector, then b vector, then we want to subtract. Okay, now listen. Now a vector minus, that is a vector equal to, first we write a vector as it is. A vector is equal to I cap plus j cap plus k cap. Okay, what is b vector? Yes, b vector is equal to I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. Okay, now I want to subtract. Yes, that is a vector minus b vector, which is equal to a vector minus b vector. First step addition. Now second step subtraction. Okay, and minus b vector, that means the second term sign change, plus change to minus, plus change to minus, plus change to minus, plus change to minus. Okay, now yes, plus I minus I cancel, that is 0 I cap here, plus j minus 2j, yes, minus j, next plus k minus 3k, yes, minus 2k. Okay, addition, subtraction completed. Okay, now cross product of these two, that means listen, a vector plus b vector cross a vector minus b vector, which is equal to, now a vector plus b vector consider as one vector, a vector minus b vector consider as next vector. Now the middle relation is cross product. Okay, if the cross product is defined between the two vectors, its answer is given by determinant IJK. Okay, determinant IJK. Okay, what is second row? Yes, here a plus b first. So a vector plus b vector coefficients first row, that is second row. Okay, a vector plus b vector coefficients in second row. Okay, what is second row? A plus b, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Now a minus b, second. So a minus b, IJK coefficients, third row. What is third row? A minus b, that is 0, minus 1, minus 2. 0, minus 1, minus 2. Yes. Now as usual, plus, minus, plus, which is equal to plus I cap into, forget its respective row and column, we get minus 6 plus 4, minus 6 plus 4, very good. Minus into j, yes, minus j cap into, forget row and column, minus 4, minus 0, minus 4, minus 0, good. Next step, plus into k cap, plus k cap into, now next step, forget its row and column. Okay, minus 2, minus 0, minus 2, minus 0, which is equal to bracket, yes, minus 2. So minus 2 I cap, here, minus 4, minus into minus, plus 4 j cap, here, yes, minus 2 into k cap, minus 2 k cap. The, what is left hand side? The left hand side is a vector plus b vector cross a vector minus b vector. Okay, so cross product is completed. Okay, now it is of the form a vector cross b vector. Okay, now what is step 2? Yes, it's modulus. Now listen, modulus a vector plus b vector cross a vector minus b vector is equal to, okay, modulus of this vector. Okay, modulus of this vector, which is equal to square root of, yes, sum of the squares of IJK coefficients. Okay, I coefficient minus 2. So minus 2 the whole square plus of, yes, 4 the whole square plus of minus 2 the whole square. Okay, which is equal to square root of yourself, yes, 4 plus 4 square, 16 plus 2 square, 4. Okay, which is equal to, what is your answer? Yes, 16 plus 4, 20, 20 plus 4, 24. That is square root of 24. What is left hand side? Modulus a vector plus b vector cross a vector minus b vector. Complete the modulus, which is modulus value. Again, step 1 addition, step 2 subtraction, and step 3 cross product, and step 4 its magnitude, that is modulus. Now what is step 5? Yes, we want to write formula. Listen, the formula is very simple. The unit vectors perpendicular to both a vector plus b vector and a vector minus b vector is equal to plus or minus a vector plus b vector cross a vector minus b vector divided by modulus a vector plus b vector cross a vector minus b vector. So now I want to write formula, substitution, I am going to get answer. Okay, children listen, now just a formula. That is, the unit vectors perpendicular to the unit vectors. The unit vectors perpendicular to the unit vectors perpendicular to both a vector plus b vector and a vector minus b vector. That's all. Okay. See, the usual formula is the unit vectors perpendicular to both a vector and b vector is given by the formula plus or minus n cap equal to plus or minus a vector cross b vector divided by modulus a vector cross b vector. Here instead of a vector acting first one and it is second one is acting as b vector. Okay, now listen, which is equal to plus or minus square bracket, okay, a vector plus b vector cross a vector minus b vector, okay, divided by modulus a vector plus b vector cross a vector minus b vector. That's all. Okay. The unit vectors perpendicular to both a vector plus b vector and a vector minus b vector is given by plus or minus a vector plus b vector cross a vector minus b vector divided by its modulus. That's all. Here modulus complete. Is it? Modulus complete, bracket complete. Okay. Here it is of the form no modulus by total modulus. That's all. Okay. No modulus by total modulus. Now just a substitution, which is equal to plus or minus square bracket. Okay, what is the numerator? Yes, the numerator answer is given by minus 2, 4, minus 2. That is minus 2 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 2 k cap. Okay, complete the bracket. Divided by modulus. What is modulus value? Yes, modulus value equal to square root of 24. Modulus value is equal to square root of 24. Okay. Now, simplification yourself. Very good. Here, from numerator, 1 2 is 2, 2 2 are 4, 2 2 1 2 is 2. So, where 2 is common. So, plus or minus 2 into square bracket. From numerator, 1 2 common. What is remaining? Very good. Minus I cap plus 2 j cap minus k cap. Complete the bracket. Divided by. Okay. Here, what is the denominator? Yes. 24 equal to 4 6 are 24. Okay. We can simplify 4 6 are 24. Square root of 4 6. 4 6 are 24. 6 4 are 24. Okay. Next step plus or minus 2 into what is the denominator? Yes. Root 4 equal to 2. So 2 into root 6. 4 comes outside becomes 2 and 6 arresting root itself. Write the numerator as it is. Minus I cap plus 2 j cap minus k cap. Complete the bracket. Now any cancellation? Yes. That is 1 2 is 2, 1 2 is 2. 2 to cancel. Which is equal to plus or minus bracket minus I cap plus 2 j cap minus k cap divided by root 6. Okay, hence the answer. But I want to write left hand side. Okay, what is LHS of this? Yes, write the same thing. The unit vectors, here I want to write the unit vectors. The same thing. The unit vectors perpendicular to both a vector plus b vector and a vector minus b vector is given by the answer plus or minus I cap plus 2 j cap minus k cap divided by root 6. Okay, the sum is completed, but in this question book answer is here, book answer is wrong. Here book answer. Here book answer is wrong. Okay, see our answer is correct and in which book back answer is wrong.